Hey, come on in, everyone. Come one, come all. Thanks for tuning in to Fantasy Underground, my lame, I'd like to think it's mediocre, but really lame YouTube channel here. Today, I am reviewing the two Washington Justice rookies, Mag and Assassin. I'm really excited about what these guys bring to the table. So without further ado, let's get into Mag to start. First things first, he has to be the most hyped rookie this year, and I think it is well deserved. I'm really excited to see what this guy does. We're going to start with a clip of his ball. This particular matchup is WGS Phoenix versus Runaway. I take a lot of clips from this match because it was a big Game 7 matchup in Season 2 Contenders Finals. This is the one where all the money's on the table, and Runaway is doing all they can to win against another really good team. So, his ball is often criticized. We're going to take a look here at what he's got. You'll see that Runaway is in control of the point, and as the engagement's about to start, WGS Phoenix looks like they're going main, and then they head towards White Room, just trying to make some space. Ace is actually the key player here. He gets detected momentarily in this fight, and that gives a window of time to Runaway. Ace is WGS Phoenix Somber player. Now that he's detected, Runaway knows they have a short window of time where the EMP is not going to be available. So what do? Well, next time we get to the fight, literally you click and 2 seconds later, you've got Mag on the point. He's dropping mines. Where is he dropping mines? Right on top of the tank line of WGS Phoenix. You'll see Gabolshi here immediately trying to get out of the way. You see Zabag jumping up here, trying to get out of the way. His minefield was placed on top of both tanks within 1 second of the Somber player getting detected, and as the fight unfolds here, they get a lot of damage in quickly. Assassin, decent tracer, we'll get to him soon. He is on cleanup duty. Ace, even through all that, wasted his EMP. Merit the whole time gets to hold his. So what a huge fight win. I mean, Ace wasted, they're getting on towards 100, but very dominating fashion. They win their last fight without even having to use their EMP. Nice play, nice engage from Mag. Next up we have some of his monkey play. Really smart. Yes, he's very famous for his mechanics on his monkey, but he is just a smart tank player. So here, Ace takes down Assassin, and Runaway is trying to create a little bit of space to try and hold this corner with Bubble and with Diva Bomb. With Ace getting the first kill here, things are not looking so good for Runaway. They have their backs up against the wall with 3 minutes, 30 seconds left. Zabag even gets the second kill. Chio manages to get in the res. So if we take stock of where the fight is at, you'll see Mag is just now ulting, and his team, things are not great. Revenge is stunned. They're trying to res Merit, and you'll see very quickly his team is already low on health. So what's Mag going to do? Unfortunately, a lot of it is off screen. Revenge just got a really nice nade on Gabolshi, and Mag is going to try and create some space here. I hate just generically using that term, but what he does off screen is he pushes away Ace, he pushes away the tank line to try and give his team just time to heal. You'll see there a boop against Valentine. I'm going to back up and play it one more time. He's just trying to stop his team from taking damage. Wuyel is about to get a huge missile unloaded, and Mag pushes him away. So, where are things at right now? They've kind of stabilized. Aztec is having to use his trance to top off the team. And Mag has saved them enough time to have a window to attack here. So they get aggressive. Another huge nade from Revenge here on Valentine and Gabolshi. So now they're on the back foot. They've already used their trance. The health bars are low. And there's a really key dive coming up here. So WGS Phoenix is funneled into the left room. You would think Mag would jump in there. They're close to Nano. If he jumps in there, he cleans up. The danger is GBS has not used his breather, and Valentine is in there with his sticky bombs too. I think there's a danger that if Mag jumps in there, he takes a lot of damage very quickly, especially with Faith's Brig back there. Instead, he gets the Nano, jumps Aztec in the back line, and then gets the damage, contributes to the kill on Brig, contributes to the kill on Zabag. Overall, yeah, he did what he's supposed to. He probably wouldn't have died even if he'd done the wrong thing, but I like to see smart play where he's jumping where he needs to. And not using his ult for some crazy highlight, but using it just to create the distance his team needed to have time to heal. We're going to quickly run through his hog play as well. He actually got benched throughout the season a little bit because his team had a really crazy hog behind him in phase, but he's no slouch on the hero. I'm not going to slow things down because it happens off screen. You'll see he gets feather first there with his first hook. I don't know what Django's doing here. He stops here. Well, he gets hooked. That's hook number 2 right at the end of the cooldown. And because 2 in a row is not good enough, we'll see him also over here pull in Swoon for the triple kill. So even though Choron gets a nice kill on Revenge, previously Assassin died early in this fight too, Mag carries the fight on the hog. Really fun, nice play there. He can flex to the hog if need be. Last but not least, with Prion there in the background, we had the scrimmage recently where Soul played Washington. I don't put a lot of stock into these, but it is kind of fun to see. So the Grav from Fury there gets tranced by Creative, so it's ultimately not really a successful play. But I just really like watching Mag play on the Winston. His crazy ult mechanics, you know, he sees the map differently than the rest of us do. He jumps off the ledge to avoid any possible damage. Just really fun to see how he moves about the map. He knows the ins and outs of the maps in his hero. I'm going to skip ahead because there's another interesting play right up here that comes from him. He's got 475 of 500 HP. Just going to go through this fight at half speed. Nothing especially impressive happens here. He's trying to dive in, give some damage. He gets booped up. He knows how much health he's got left. Granted, maybe there's a little bit of luck involved when his health gets down to 35 HP. His team's keeping him alive, but man, he's done the math. I feel like you got the whole Zach Galifianakis formulas going across the screen, and he's calculating what damage he's receiving, what damage he's taking, and he knows his boundaries extremely well. If you haven't seen his most famous ult of all time, where he stops a Lucio from dropping the beat for what feels like eternity, it's a meme play. I'm not going to show it again because I feel like it pops up on Reddit once every 2 or 3 months. Amazing play. Best monkey mechanics you'll see out there. In summary, I think his ball is good enough that we don't really have to worry about him. And outside of that, he is a beast on all of the other classic main tank heroes. He's as good as it gets. I think he's the real deal. Next on the menu, we have Assassin. We're going to start with some of his Echo play. And on his Echo play, he's going up against Winter here. This matchup is Runaway versus BLG. This is after Mag has already been recruited up, and so he's not getting benched. He's no longer on the team. This is in the Gauntlet. And Winter is a pretty solid player, DPS player for BLG. Actually, he was often dominating Chinese contenders with his Echo play. But man, how clean of a kill is this from Assassin? Just laying down the damage on Winter, landing the sticky bombs, and finishing him off with the E. Amazing Echo versus Echo duel there. Because one kill wasn't enough against Winter, at the very start of this map, we get another nice one from Assassin. It happens quick, so I've got it on slow-mo here. It quickly flashes. You'll see Winter already starting to take a little bit of poke damage. It quickly moves to his POV here, and Assassin is there in the top left of the screen, already poking him down further. He's already having to take resources and get healed, and we're off camera for just a split second. Winter's health goes down, and there he goes. Just nice play from Assassin, hunting down the other Echo right away. I mean, this is the very start of the map. There's an Echo diff right there. I feel like Assassin is most famous for his Genji. I'm a fan, but not a fanboy. I don't think his Genji is as good as people give him credit for. I was watching on Plat Chat, and I think they said, oh yeah, bringing in Assassin immediately vaults his team up to the top. I think he's good. I don't think he's quite as good as Plat Chat's giving him credit for, so I want to hedge a little bit there. This blade that he runs here, he is charging really, really well. He does a blind blade, though. You'll see that he's charging, and as soon as he can possibly get blade, he dashes to where he knows an open space is, not knowing what's there. He pulls blade, And unfortunately for him, Chorong beats. But at the same time, even if he hadn't, I don't think this would have been a very successful play. He only gets really the one full slash in. One slash. And, you know, it was aggressive. It's a very Sparkle-esque blade in that he can't really see what's there, but he knows there's an opportunity. Not quite as calculated as we've seen from Hacksaw in the past, or even Choice One in some of the previous videos that I've shown. So not a bad Genji, but very instinctive and reliant on his mechanics. There's another one here, a little bit of a missed blade opportunity for him as well, where Runaway is on attack. The clock is ticking. He has charged his blade relatively quickly, but this is kind of one of those telegraphed, this is the blade fight coming up. And he has a pretty critical miss on his dash here. Maybe it's not fair to pull imperfect blades, but once again, everything I'm trying to do on this show that I do, I'm trying to find something representative of what I've seen in other clips. And here, he dashes to the left into nothing. If we pull the clip, he swings, he's doing damage, but he dashes, and his dash gets him out of range. It's not that he got booped away. He actually himself got out of range and then missed his slash afterwards. So it's good. It's a good coalescence from Aztec to get out of range. But ultimately, I'm a little bit disappointed in the use of his shift there. His shift gets him out of damage, and he gets burned down by the coalescence. So I think it's a little bit of a blunder on his part. That one, he's got himself to blame for not having a successful blade. While his blades aren't my absolute favorite, his in-between blades and mechanics are just nasty. Here he gets a really nice double kill. Even as Valentine, the enemy Echo is kind of laying down the damage. You have to slow this one down to fully appreciate it. And as much as I love Valentine and would love to talk about him some more here for the Echo play that he has, Assassin wins out here. So as he comes in, Faith is trying to get LOS on Valentine to enable him to burn down the backline of Runaway. He's successful in that. Faith extends just a little bit. Nice counter dive from Mag. Nice left clicks here from Assassin. And we got to go to 0.25 if I'm not there already. Yeah, we're at 0.25. Just look at the dash and then his turnaround. It's almost perfect 180. I love to see that. And then right afterwards, he has the flick on the Brig. In between blades and charging blades, I think Assassin is a top tier Genji. When he gets those blades, he's got a little bit of that itchy trigger finger that I associate with maybe lip EMPs or sparkle blades, where it's not bad, but it's high risk and not the most calculated. Last but not least, we have a short clip of him on Tracer. I think he's actually a pretty competent Tracer. I don't think, of course, being on the Justice, that's something that he'll have to do with Decay on the team. I guess he could be their second Tracer, possibly, but I also kind of like Ttuba there as well. Just really going to show you here that he can flex around on heroes. His play here is, once again, not quite up to Ace's, but I also consider Ace to be a top-tier Tracer player on the WGS Phoenix side of things. That's all the clips, but I do have a short look at the stats of the Justice. So if we pull up their DPS playtime last year, it's kind of funny to think that Ttuba was actually their most played DPS hero when out of the gate they came out with Corey and Stratus. I very specifically remember that when Stratus got benched and they still had Corey, that Ttuba looked like a huge upgrade over Stratus. I suppose that's not saying a whole lot, but if we look at the heroes played and just the general playtime for Ttuba, he's this peach color down here. He played their only Genji. He played about half of their Tracer, although Stitch played that when he came in. And then he also played some Reaper. He was their only Echo player, and I actually liked his Pharah as well. He pulled that out from time to time. I don't know what happens in 2021 with the Justice DPS line. Assassin has a similar hero pool to Ttuba, from what I've seen. They both play the Genji. They both play the Echo. They both can bust out a Tracer. They both can play Pharah. I feel like picking up Assassin is the Justice looking for a higher possible ceiling. They're putting redundancy into the projectile slot so they can specialize a little bit further, and maybe they also believe in Assassin a little bit more than I do. I think Ttuba would have been an adequate projectile player. having a second young up-and-coming player in Assassin is definitely not bad, but I definitely think that I am less high on Assassin than some others are. I think he's a very good projectile DPS player who can flex around, but he wasn't necessarily standing out on Runaway as the reason for their success. Yeah, he contributed, and for Runaway, it's always a team play, but I don't believe so much in Assassin to say they're picking him up means Ttuba is perma-benched. I think fantasy-wise, playtime-wise, this is going to be a confusing mix-up throughout the year after Decay. I think Decay gets his. They may bench him on rare occasions, but he's going to be the foundation piece. After that, Ttuba and Assassin are going to rotate around. And Jerry in the his hits game was looking really sharp in the recent scrim. I'm not quite sure what to make of Jerry. He's a fine player from what I saw in the scrim. Maybe he's more than a fine player. But yeah, outside of Decay, this is a little bit of a mess. I'm excited for the Justice. I think they'll be fantastic. Mag and Assassin are going to contribute towards that. Hope you enjoyed the video. That's all I have. Try to keep this one a little bit shorter after going way too long on the last one.